Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Sebastian from techcentury and welcome to my unboxing of the Huawei MediaPad X1 7.0. So here we already see the very nice box of this MediaPad by Huawei, and I have to say this is the first Huawei device that I ever got into testing, so also the first Huawei device that I use, so I'm very excited to actually try out this tablet. Now the box, as I mentioned before, a very nice feel to it, high quality certainly, also this really nice like gold branding here on the Huawei logo as well as also here on the MediaPad branding. If we take a look here at the bottom, we'll actually see a couple of technical details. So we have the 16GB version right here with Wi-Fi and 4G LTE. So this is very nice to see. But now let's actually get into the box of this tablet. And I have to say, again, I'm very excited. Of course, also because this is the first Huawei device, again, that I ever used. So this will be exciting. And just the tablet itself looks pretty nice already on the specs on the internet. So here we have the tablet itself first. So we'll take this out of the box for a second and check out what else is in the box. So then below here we actually just have our little instructions. So first off, a quick start guide. So we see where the headset jack is, micro SD card slot and such. And then we have more instructions right here, as well as also a warranty card, which is of course always important. And then here to the side we actually have the accessories. So we have just a regular USB power brick, of course, also in white, looks very nice. Then next up we actually have headphones, and they actually look better than your usual headphones, so certainly looks nice. Now again, this is a review unit, so I'm probably not going to use the headphones itself, but they look very nice, and here you can see them in a close-up. So it's nice that they have them included, especially on a tablet. You usually don't get headphones anymore, so that's really nice to see. And then we have a micro USB cable in here, of course, with the Huawei branding as well. Now I'm not gonna really take a look at this right now because I'll actually just keep this in the box. Fortunately, you can use other micro USB cables, so that's nice to see. And last but not least, we also see a SIM removal tool right here, so that you can actually insert your own SIM card into this tablet. This is unlocked, of course. So that's everything that's in the box right here. So now let's actually take a look at this tablet, and we already see some of the key specifications right here on this little plastic that's covering the display. So we have a 5000 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty nice. It's an ultra thin tablet at 7.18 millimeters, and I can already tell it feels great in the hand. Also just a weight of 239 grams. A 7-inch display that has a higher resolution than Full HD, so we have 1920 by 1200, pretty amazing. Actually the same resolution is also on the Nexus 7. And then also in terms of cameras, we have pretty killer cameras, which you usually don't see on tablets. Front facing camera has 5 megapixels, the rear facing camera even 13 megapixel with an LED flash, so that's incredibly rare to see, and also of course the high resolution. In addition to that, we also have 2 gigs of RAM, 16 GB onboard storage and micro SD expansion for up to 32 GB. And we actually can even make voice calls and SMS. So this really seems like basically you could use this as a smartphone. So that's quite interesting. I guess that's also why the headset is included, so that you don't have to hold up this 7-inch tablet to your face, which is nice to see. And we also have LTE Cat 4. So we actually get speeds up to 150 megabyte down. So that's just amazing. But now let's actually peel the plastic off, and I honestly wasn't even aware of this functionality that you can use it as a phone, so quite impressed. We rarely see these days. And then we just see the very minimalistic design. I really like this. Basically it looks like a Nexus 7 from the front, but of course it feels a lot more high quality because of the back panel, which is made out of metal. And then up here we actually have the 5 megapixel camera, some sensors, and then also an earpiece, which is rare to see on tablets. And then if we turn this tablet around, we also see this blue color here on the back, and it also has a metal frame and also a metal cover here on the back. So it's cold to the touch. This is metal right here, this is only plastic, of course, probably for the reception of the 4G LTE and also Wi-Fi. A little speaker right here, which I'm kind of worried about because it's quite tiny. So That's certainly something to consider. But the camera right here, 13 megapixel plus LED flash and autofocus, that's quite amazing. And you can also see just how thin this tablet is. So this is very impressive and an absolutely amazing first impression here of the Huawei MediaPad X1. Now if we take a look around the tablet, then we actually see right here on the right side, on the bottom, we actually have the SIM card slot. Then next up we have the power on and off switch. Then we have the volume rocker. And then we have the micro SD card slot for memory expansion, which is really nice to see. Then on the top of the tablet, we actually only have a 3.5mm headphone jack and then also a little microphone. And then on the left side, there's nothing. And then on the bottom, we'll just have another microphone and also the micro USB port. So now let's actually see if this tablet has any juice to power up. And yes, it does. So we also find a quad-core processor by Qualcomm in this tablet with 1.6 GHz, so performance should also be no issue whatsoever. And now I'll just let it boot up and then I'll get to you guys when the tablet is finished. So here we are with the tablet all set up, and honestly there wasn't even a need for a cut because that was incredibly fast. It didn't even force you to sign in with your Google account or also just to your Wi-Fi. So here we see the tablet. Of course we have a very modified version of Android, so probably the first thing that I'll do is actually throw a custom launcher on here, or at least the Google Now launcher, because you can already see that like all the icons look different. So we also of course have the Google apps here preloaded, but so far the tablet just looks absolutely nice. And the design of course reminds me a little bit of the iPad mini, but it's certainly quite a bit smaller because it only has a 7.0 inch display, but the display itself looks absolutely fantastic. Great color reproduction, amazing viewing angles, the brightness also seems quite good, and of course also just the thin body with the aluminum construction, it just feels very high quality. And so far I'm incredibly impressed. So let me know what you think of this first Huawei device here on the channel. I'm really eager to test this out in the next couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, or also dislike it if you didn't. See you next
shop. Enjoy every act of saying and every joke.